I'm Matt, and welcome to Cooking for One. I'm going to show you guys how to cook the bacon, egg, and cheese, or as I like to call it, the Beck. It's one of my favorite sandwiches. It's easy to make, it's delicious, and as we go through this, I'll show you what I'm using, what ingredients I have, and some tips and tricks along the way. I'm going to cook the bacon, egg, and cheese using a griddle. They're cheap, they're easy to use, easy to clean, and you could cook everything on it. I got my spatula, I got my paper towel for the bacon, and the ingredients are 3 slices of bacon, white American cheese, which I highly recommend, an extra large egg, and as we like to call it in the Northeast, a hard roll, or maybe you're more familiar with a Kaiser, and then some butter. Let's get this thing cooking. Turn that up to a good medium-high heat. Alright, first we're going to start with the bacon. I'm preheating my griddle. I'm going to throw on 3 slabs of bacon. Everyone loves the sound of bacon cooking in the morning. Just like that. Then, I'm huge on bacteria, so I always wash my hands. Now I know the hotter parts of my griddle here, so I'm going to turn this over. It's hard to do it with a camera. Over there. The left side is my hotter side. Wait till it gets nice and brown on one side. Flip it over. And as you cook and use your griddle, the more experience you have, you know where the hotter parts of your griddle are. And that'll help you when you're cooking. The left side slices are a little bit thicker too, so that's why the right one's cooking a little bit faster. So you flip it once, let it cook on the other side, maybe give it one more flip, and then your bacon's ready to go. You could give it one more last flip. Crisp up all sides. And we're going to take that off and we're going to put it on the folded paper towel, and that will soak up all of the grease. Let it cool. That's the only way bacon will get crispy is when it cools, so I don't recommend ever having to serve bacon hot. Room temperature is fine because that's when it's most crispy and that's how most people like it. Alright, so I took the bacon off the griddle, letting it cool, get off the excess grease, put it down, flip it over once, get all sides of that grease off. You really don't need it. Ow, it's still hot. And then with the grease on the griddle, some people like to cook with it. That's fine. Alright, so before we get into the actual sandwich, I'm going to show you how to store bacon. Bacon probably, once it's open, only lasts maybe a week, and then it kind of turns funky colors and smells bad, so you want to be able to preserve the bacon. So the best way is, once you have got the open package of bacon, you lay out a long strip of saran wrap, hopefully long enough, where you could put all the bacon on it. Alright, now I got a better angle and I can show you how to do this. So, you're going to take the bacon, and each strip individually, you wrap it up in a long piece of saran wrap. So you put it on, you fold it over. So there's saran wrap in between each slice of bacon. This will make it a lot easier to take it out when it's frozen, because I'm going to put this in the freezer to preserve it. This way you can have bacon last for a good, I'd say a few weeks or a month. I think the bacon usually goes kind of bad as well in the freezer. It kind of tastes a little bit different. It actually smells different when you cook it. I've experienced that. It just wasn't too good. It was probably in there for a good over a month. See that? Alright, so now you got a little saran wrap full of bacon. Grab some saran wrap, a really large piece, and put it at an angle so you can fit it all. As you can see, diagonally across the piece. Just fold it over, fold the ends over, wrap it up. And I have one already in here. I can show you how easy it is, how this bacon comes out. Put that in the freezer. It doesn't matter if you're going to use it tomorrow. This is one that's already wrapped up. I'll show you. Take it out of the tin foil. Look at this. I've already ate most of this bacon, but you just take it out. And you just pull the saran wrap and you throw it on the griddle. 1 slice. Look at that. 2 slices. The 3rd slice. Alright, welcome back to the griddle. I'm going to ensure that our griddle is heated up. I'm going to take some butter, just a little bit, just enough to coat the bottom. You know, just the size of the egg. You don't need to use a lot. You can even just use the bacon grease. You don't even have to throw any butter on. You can just swirl the bacon grease around, but butter adds flavor. And also what I'm going to do is once I crack the egg, I'm going to go ahead and do that. When you're cracking an egg, the idea is not to crack it on an edge. Sometimes people like to crack them on, you know, the edge of a bowl or something. You want to do it on a flat surface. That way you're not cracking into it and it doesn't make a mess. So you can just use the griddle itself. A little crack there. That. And depending on how you like your egg cooked, I like it fried hard. So I will break the yolk with the eggshell and just discard the eggshell. And make sure you throw them away. Garbage disposals are really for just getting rid of kind of small pieces of leftover food or whatever and to clean out your drain. It's not really to just stuff things down there and grind it all up. I highly recommend just throwing it out. Alright, so we got our egg cooking. Add a little salt for seasoning. A little black pepper. That's enough of that. Okay, so the roll. Hard roll. Take some butter. Now you got to get a, for the best tasting, you have to use a just a regular white roll. They're the most flavorful. They already got kind of that buttery flavor to them. You're going to cut it, split it halfway down, and then you're going to put it on the griddle and warm it up and toast it up. So right now we got the egg frying and we got the roll toasting. My bacon's already done and the cheese is waiting to be put on. As again, I like mine fried hard. Depending on how you like your egg cooked, cook it as long or lightly as you'd like. Some people like it over easy, some people like it medium. Now the roll, a little butter, doesn't hurt, and then you kind of push down, let that cook a little bit, and it'll soften it right up. It'll be very good. And we're about to flip this bad boy, and then we'll put the cheese on. So we're going to go ahead and flip this egg just once. Don't got to do anything crazy with it. Once you flip it, throw the cheese on. Cheese is going to take a little bit of time to melt. The roll is already nice and toasted with butter. And we'll throw it on the other side. Alright, so now we got the cheese is melted all the way through, and this thing is ready to be taken off the press. Bottom side of the roll, just like so. Ooh yeah. Take this off. Now a lot of people love bacon, so you can either throw it on, break it in half, or just kind of throw it on like this, but I think 3 pieces is plenty. Actually, sometimes I like to break it off, break one of them in half. This will cover the middle parts, that will cover the edge because it's already tilted. Then you got all your grounds covered. And the roll, top, just like that. A beautiful bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. Now before I enjoy my delicacy, I'm going to show you how to quickly clean the griddle. Wipe up some of the excess grease again with the spatula, some of that butter, that bacon grease. Get that in there. Get some paper towel. Get a good amount of water on it. Now the key here is that the griddle is still warm, because it kind of just burns it off with the water. Between the water and the heat, look at that. Cleaned up pretty well. Get the edges from the splatter. Run it over like this, and you are ready to cook tomorrow's breakfast, or today's lunch, or tonight's dinner. And that's an easy cleanup. Make sure you unplug it. So I'm enjoying my bacon, egg, and cheese. Thing's delicious. You got crispiness of the bacon, the buttery taste from the roll, the egg, and then the American cheese just brings it all together. Enjoy.